wasn't recording.
Of course.
No.
Of course.
I wasn't recording. You dropped such a great joke, and now it's gone. It's in the ether. We're going to act like this is organic now, right?
Okay.
No, it's fine. It's not organic, and everyone knows now.
Sure. Do they? Do
they
we?
don't know. I can totally edit it out, but it's funnier if it's not edited.
Okay.
Hey everyone, it's Joe here, the comms lead at Systemera Softworks, and welcome to the next episode of the SES vlog. We got a lot to cover today. We're going to talk about our next update, which we've released online, but if you're just catching us on YouTube, we'll get you up to speed. We're going to talk about new merch things, including our vinyl release, and if you missed out on it, how you can actually get back into it. And then I have a little personal thing that I want to share at the end of the video that, yeah, it should be fun, and I have a fun idea for. So anyway, let's do it. The Rails update's coming on July 11th to Xbox, to Steam, and to PS4. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of a snafu with the Switch version. We had some last-minute bugs that we had to fix, and we didn't want to ship it and then have to do a hotfix later, which would have taken a long time. So the new date for the Switch release is July 21st right now, as long as everything goes well. We really wanted to do them all at the same time. We were committed to it. We've been working towards that the entire time, and then just like some specific platform things came up and we couldn't make it. So sorry about that, but it does mean that everything is coming out soon. The content is done. It's just a matter of making sure it actually hits the platforms. The Rails update. We got Rails, we got rail cars, you got pylons, there's a bunch of new items. We showed a bunch of stuff off on social media, which I'll also show for you right now. It's going to be a really fun update, and it also integrates with a lot of really fun stuff that already exists in the game, like automation, which we will talk about with Ryan later. The Rails update also includes a bunch of really cool narrative stuff. Again, we're adding more missions to the game that just push the narrative of the game forward and start to unravel more mysteries and more things about the actual world that the Astroneers inhabit. So we're really excited about this one. It's a really big update with a lot of stuff. Can't wait for you all to play it, so get excited. I also have a little bit of an update on the merch thing, but I think there's a better way to do it than to just sit here and talk about it. So let's just go to the office. Okay, that seems to be on. I seem to be recording. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna show footage. I did this already a couple days ago. My mind is blown because we got these in 2 days ago, and I recorded a segment for the vlog because I wanted to show people what it looked like and get them excited about opening it. They're sold out now on Fangamer's website, which is where our partner for creating these. So before I go any further, shout out to Fangamer. These came out so good. I'll open it in a second. Shout out to Rucker for composing all the music and then selecting their favorite tracks. James Gilliard, who did the cover art front and back, which is one big scene. Thank you so much. This came out awesome. And also big thanks to John K for doing the layout and all the other stuff at Fangamer. Shout out. You're great. We didn't do a humongous run of these vinyl records because we were worried that there wouldn't be a lot of people who would want to collect. Clearly we were wrong about that. There's none left. Except, and this is why I wanted to re-record this segment, we have under 100 copies of these that we're going to be selling in the Astroneer store, store.astroneer.space. This is the beautiful vinyl that was produced by Fangamer. Thank you so much. I'm just going to open it really fast and then, yeah, let's do it. Okay, here's some ASMR for you. Ready? I don't know if that worked. Probably not. Anyway, there it is in all its glory. It's so beautiful. Then you got the little spine. So it's one continuous piece of art that wraps around the entire thing. There you go. Okay. Now we got the insert, which is just the slip cover for the record itself. That's the front. That is the back. Looking so slick. And then where this little red mark is where the record comes out. So here you go. I wanted to do this in here because it's actually pretty sunny in here. You can kind of see that the record is clear. And then it's got these like little speckles of blue in it that are all like unique. So that's pretty cool. There it is. There's side A with the graphic on it. And then side B with the Exodynamics logo. So that is the entire package. It came out so amazing. Thanks so much to Fangamer for partnering with us on this. They've been a long-time merch partner, so I really appreciate them. Now I'm telling you to go to store.astroneer.space. And if you don't get one, please let us know. If there is a high enough demand for more, then we could probably do another pressing. No guarantees, but it'd actually be worth knowing if more people want them. So now that I'm in the office to pick this up, I think there's some nerds out there we should talk to about some of our new content. Let's do it. Hi.
Hello.
Hello there. Hold on, I gotta focus.
Okay.
Got focused in. There we go. Now we got your face in there.
Okay.
What's going on?
Oh.
What you got on your screen there?
You know, just playing with some Rails stuff.
Nice.
Just literally just playing with some Rails stuff. Because I could.
I like this little thing you got going on here.
Yeah. It's this little I don't know, amusement park.
So normally for vlog things, we kind of like reveal things in this segment, but people already know what the update is.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming out pretty soon. And so I kind of wanted to just like talk to you about one thing that we haven't necessarily talked about.
Sure.
Which is automation.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Is we've alluded to it that you can do it, but we haven't actually shown it in action or talked about like kind of how it works.
Gotcha.
So what you got?
Yeah, so I don't really have anything that I'm automated in this particular setup,
Which is fine. You can just kind of
yeah. But I think the cool thing about it is that we thought as we started working on Rails, it was as much, if not more fun. It was definitely more fun to just like make rail lines and like run them all over the place and whatever. But this is a game that has automation in it, and we think that that's really important that you can still use this tool to do different automated things. So this for instance has like these little pen slots here that is if you've done any automation you're super familiar with.
Get a little closer to that.
Yeah. So you can have these automation pins trigger stuff. You can use them to trigger this, or you can use other automation things to trigger the station.
Yeah.
All of the individual posts have also reaction automation triggers so that you can use them to do things.
Yeah.
All of this stuff is kind of like in the standard like base level automation that we have in the game. And then if you couple that with some of the control panel stuff on the station, where you can actually stop cars or stop entire trains and have them like load and unload, you can get a pretty good degree of like automated setup stuff working.
Yeah, so actually talking about the control panel really fast.
Sure.
Like, it's got a couple different modes.
Mm-hmm. We've got 3 options: stops all cars, we're not stopping anything at all, and then it stops uncalled. So it's basically like, do you want all train cars to be stopped or just the ones that have been sort of like automatically sent on down? Then we have this too, which is that you have different load and unload modes. So we don't have anything. We want you to load things from the platform into any cars or trains that are stopped, and then we want you to do the opposite and take it off. So these two like pretty simple sort of settings can then allow you to use a station as like a point to then span out from to do lots of cool stuff with.
Sick.
So yeah, and then like I said, there's some automation you can even do like within the train car itself. It respects storage sensors, things of that nature. So we really want to make sure that that everything that we did with Rails would at least respect like our baseline automation capability that was in the rest of the game.
Yeah, cool. I think like it's one of those things where once you understand how automation works in Astroneer, then you can start, your gears in your head start turning where you're like, oh, here's all these really cool things I can do based on like even stuff like time of and the connected power and all this. Like there's some really cool stuff. So I'm excited for people to kind of like dive into how cool they can make their automation and how complex they can make it, considering all of the ways to join them together.
Yeah. There's actually there was a thing that we have not revealed yet.
Oh.
I could reveal the third type of anchor.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can.
Okay. Because this does factor straight into automation, so I think it's a cool
certified
thing.
leak alert.
Okay,
element.
here we go. So you might have noticed if you were looking at this in the background here. So I've got like these rail posts, and then I have these big old tall ones that are here in the back, and those are two different types of items. There's actually kind of a third one. So this is a junction, which is effectively a line splitter, if you want to think of it that way. And it will go by a car. Okay, thank you. So this gets snapped to.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And then basically what you can do is you can cycle this between, the three different combinations. And so like the car is stopped here, but then when I make the connection, it'll go on through.
Yeah.
That goes right here. Now I've actually kind of busted this, so I have to send it the other way, cycle it again. Actually, this will show, so these are going to collide up here. Nothing fancy happens. They just stop and go, oh, fancy meeting you here.
That's another leak, by the way, because people were like, we're going to make our trains smash together. And we're like,
Yeah. But the interesting thing about this is that these have these input pin slots that we use on some of our other stuff here. So you can actually activate the rail switching or the line switching via other inputs.
Yeah.
Cool. So you could have this kind of thing come down here and then like trigger this so that when the rail car goes through this, it switches, the thing on the other side.
Yeah. So, directionally, you could say, hey, if it comes from this direction, I actually want it to go through to the other direction. But if it's not, there's some really cool implications there.
So it's our Astroneer's take on trains and rails and stuff like that. I don't think it's like going to be any secret. It's not as complicated or complex as maybe some other of our peer games might have.
Sure.
But one of the things that I actually really like about it is how minimalist it is, and so you can actually still get a lot of really interesting automation and routing and logic and stuff like that. Using our kind of like a relatively small set of things here that makes it easier and I think more accessible for people who want to play around with it some. So
yeah, I mean, let's be clear, we're not a train simulation game, right? So the idea that we're going to have like every single thing that you might see in a train simulation game is just not realistic. But I do like the suite of tools that we've added to Astroneer.
Yeah, 100%.
I like this little... Yeah. Now you've really broken it.
Oh, no. Go. Okay, there. On through.
Nice.
There we go. So you can see, you can make all these different things. And this is a pretty small, footprint, really, right? In terms of like space. So you can get a lot of really tight stuff in here to get a lot of things happening in a small amount of space. For something that is like trains and routing and stuff like that are really complicated, actually, if you sit down and think about it. And I'm pretty proud of, I think, what we've been able to pull out for it. So
I'm proud of you too.
Well, thanks, man.
Okay. We haven't really talked about, and I don't think we need to go into too much detail here, but like there are some new missions.
Yeah.
There's some new things to do.
Which are fun. I personally, being the person who made most of the things to do, am more excited about the things to learn about.
Sure. Ooh, expertly done. I like that. Yes.
The world of Astroneer.
The implications of what the missions mean and what you learn via them is actually really interesting.
Yeah, I am super great working with the narrative crew on some of this stuff. to the point where like they were giddy about things.
Yes.
You know, as much if not the biggest reason to play through some of the missions content stuff is like there's a unique goodie that you'll get from it, which is cool as well.
Oh, we haven't even showed off that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh
yeah. So yeah, some really good stuff.
Cool.
You know, trying to be as objective about it as I can possibly be, but yeah,
it's all right. You can hype yourself up. It's okay.
I know, you know, but it get hype.
Honey's hype.
Hey, Pop. Hey. Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh boy,
I'm done bothering you. Thanks so much for taking some time today to show me this stuff.
You'll have a lot of fun with this, and you won't be on the rails. I don't.
Okay. All right. I'm done now.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so some of you old vlog heads might remember this place from some of our first vlogs ever. And I wanted to make a quick stop before I wrapped up the vlog and I actually wanted to sit out there at the table, which was like my favorite spot when we were at this office, but there's people doing things because we don't work here anymore. I just want to say thanks to everyone. It's been a privilege to do this and to tell these cool stories about this awesome team, and I'm happy that I still get to do it. It's really rad. So I just wanted to say thanks to you all. It's also been a privilege to bring you cool, maybe fun content that you could watch and learn about game development while I learned about game development. It's been a great time, and you know, I'm celebrating 5 years at Systemera and celebrating 5 years of making vlogs. It's one of the first things I did when I got here, and it's been really fun. So I'm gonna roll a little segment here that has like some fun footage from old vlogs, but I just wanted to say thank you to everyone to close this one out, and I can't wait to show you what we're doing next. All right, cool.